Oh my god, guys. Not too long ago, I made a video on a Pokemon Go tracking website which allowed you to see where the Pokemon is, right? And I was clicking around here and there. You probably would have noticed in one of the videos that I made, and a bunch of Pokemon popped up like around these places, right? So, it was cool and everything when it first came out, and then believe it or not, the CEO, or I guess the developers, are shutting down those sites now. Now, that was the first site I used, and then they started shutting down. Then I was like, oh my god, so let's find another site. So I went on over here, and Skipleg is one of the sites I used to use as well, surprisingly. At first, I was thinking, well, what does this hotel thing have to do with Pokemon? And then they actually they made it. So which is really really cool. But let me refresh it. So once I refresh it now, you notice what it says, right? This is disabled for maintenance. Sorry for the inconvenience. And yeah, the developers are just shutting them down. Let's go on over here. Yeah, I mean people are raging about it, obviously. And this is what the CEO said. They're not a fan of these sites, the Pokevision, Radar, you know, Poke Notify. I don't even know where that is. I haven't checked that one out, but I should check it out. All right, so they're just shutting them down right over a weekend. Everything is like gone. I'm like, I don't know. And let me go on into one of the later articles, which is this one. This one I want to go over a bit because it said third-party Pokemon Go tracking services get shut down. Now some of them are charging money, so that's why I get why they're shutting them down because they're hacking the system or their server to get data so they can present that, and they're making money off that. And that's one of the things that I don't know, that's why when I was talking about it at first, I was saying they're hacking the server to get the data, right? Because I know what's happening. But let me go down here a bit. There's an interview. People are hurting themselves because this is completely wrong. This is what I think. People are hurting themselves because it takes some fun out of the game. Now, I don't know if he actually means hurting themselves as in they're not having as much fun being blind opposed to knowing where it is, because I think it's safer and it's less likely to hurt themselves because hey, if you're walking across the street and you're holding a Pokemon Go, which you shouldn't be, but most people do it. So, anyway, it's a common thing, right? So, once you're walking across the street and then the tracking mechanism is, which is one of the worst things that I've seen so far, but I guess these new type of games are relatively new. So, it's hard to develop, right? So, anyways, so if you're walking across the street, let's say it's a big street and the lights is turning and you're about to finish walking across the street and all of a sudden on your Pokemon Go, it's like, no, you're going the wrong way, or the Pokemon disappears, and then you just turn back, and then the car just comes by, and that's very dangerous because you don't know where it is. Now, if you had the Pokevision, you won't have that problem, right? Or if you had a better tracking system, even this 1, 2, 3 step things are terrible because you could you could walk north and then all of a sudden the 3 steps become 2 step, and then all of a sudden it becomes 3 step again, and then you walk all the way south, and then you basically you have to go all around town, which is obviously much more dangerous. They need to improve on that. I don't like the tracking, but having these websites actually benefited players and helped them quite a bit because their own tracking system was bad. You can always let me know what you think. That's my personal opinion. I think um, the Pokemon Go tracking system is bad. It does mimic being able to be a Pokemon, trainer going out there and not knowing where the Pokemon is and then seeing one and then just catching it. But, this isn't a TV show, so it's very different. All right. Anyways, yeah, so going down here a bit, they said that hurting themselves, yada yada. I don't want to read it all, but you notice that here's Pokevision exactly where we were. Our services are currently unavailable. And let me go back here. I'll go into the Reddit a bit later. But apparently, the developer, site creator of Pokevision, I think is the Asian guy. He didn't want to reply. I guess he declined to answer if they were threatened with a legal action, right? So I don't know what's happening here, but apparently some users on Reddit has been saying that they were, but there are companies or I guess sites that are charging money like this. We tried our best, check for updates. I don't think it was PokeHound. It was probably something else. I don't know. There was sites charging $2 per hour to use it. I'm like sitting there, wow, really? But or maybe like $10, somewhere around there. They keep increasing the price. But here is some of the developers sharing some information. So I already gone on in here. Here's Reddit, and apparently they're getting threatened with illegal action, which is quite upsetting. But you know, it's common because Nintendo has been threatening YouTubers as well. So that's why I'm thinking I'm not probably not gonna do that many videos. I don't know. But let's go on over here. Yeah. So, unauthorized hack of Pokemon Go. I don't want to read it all. You could definitely check it out on your own time. Violation of Pokemon terms of something, maybe TOU. Let's go over here. Terms of usage. And here's the terms of service. Oh, I thought it was the same thing. But violation of Computer Fraud and Abuse Act. Again, you could go over it a bit, but I'm not gonna go over it. Let's go down a bit more. You have 7 days to compile with the demands. All right, so essentially that's why they shut it down because they have 7 days, which is like, uh-oh. So that's what's happening. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on it now because I just wanted to kind of make a video about it so everybody knows. All right, so personally, in my opinion, I think that the tracking website, sure, they were kind of hacking the server, which I already said in my first video, but they're doing it because the developer, the creator's own tracking system isn't working, right? And people need to be safer when they're playing by knowing where the Pokemon is, right? And, I mean, if you keep on going in the wrong direction, at least add like a north, west, east, south. Yeah, at least on the Pokemon, hey, am I supposed to go northeast or, southwest or something like that? But just the steps, I don't think the steps are good. I think the steps are confusing and it's a bit dangerous as well. Not enough information. Like I was saying, somebody can be crossing the street and then all of a sudden they're looking at their Pokemon Go and then the Pokemon disappear, turns around, and then the car hits them. It's just bad. But anyways, a lot of stuff going on. Let me go down a bit more. How do I get a refund? Oh, okay. So the apps, if you paid for any apps that gave you a tracking system, they're shut down too, guys. So unfortunately, you know, they're shut down. Apparently, the Pokemon Go lab account has been hacked. So that was 5 hours ago. I guess everybody's upset knowing that these sites that help them catch the Pokemon are now gone, and they're more frustrated than ever. You could always let me know what you think in the comments section below, but that's pretty much it. That's my opinion on the situation. Let me know what your opinion is. I think that they should improve on the tracking system. These sites just benefits them. These sites give them understanding to what people want. Just those 3 steps thing, I don't, it doesn't work. I don't like them. I think they could be improved. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments section below, and let me know what you think about them shutting these things down with these illegal letters threatening them to actually remove the API or whatever you call those technological term thingy majigs. But anyways,